Good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh, sorry. Trying to get so I can get the chat popped out. Hold on a minute. I hit the wrong button. Um, uh, making money. We got and it's raining like hell over here. Arizona. There we go. Skeeta, Dale, Wisconsin. Took me a while to get everything figured out. You have to try that pancake and bacon. Oh, where's Kim at? He said hi. Dan, junkyard. I'm good. Bought your new bought your new cat. What silver going up? Is it? It is. Well, it's over. It's above 32. It's because it's raining outside. So, what are you doing, pumpkin? Hmm? What are you doing? No. Hmm. Yeah, we had some high winds too. So, well, that's cool. That's what I thought too until I didn't see them. So, well, the other day it was 64. I was going to buy some the other day and it was $64 and I didn't do it. I don't know what the temperature is actually here. It says 60. Yeah. So I just know it's been raining all day and I've been feeling it with my arthritis all day. supposedly the roof guys are supposed to be here tomorrow to start tearing off and putting on. So uh, I think Santa Claus is going to leave the building tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to shave her off tomorrow. The Dogecoin, it ain't so hot. Yeah. Huh. Well, you figure copper, the price of copper would go down because now there's no demand on it from the federal government to make pennies. Even though they're not all 100% copper, but they're still copper coated. Well, we went to our daughter's Christmas Eve. We had dinner here Christmas Day. Just Kathy and our son and his girlfriend and I, just the four of us. And then Kyler came over, um, come over Friday night, and he stayed till Saturday afternoon, and then went home. Then he come back over again today. To make bullets. Yeah. Well, hey, good evening there, Amish. It's been relatively calm and you know, mild around here. Had a good Christmas. Had a good Christmas dinner. Um, had leftovers Friday. Then Kathy and I Saturday went to Chinese, and then we went to Walmart's afterwards. And then today we had taquitos, chicken taquitos, and mini tacos. Ham dressing and cake. Yeah, I have ham. Fortunately, I got probably 50 or 60 cans of pinto beans downstairs. So I'm going to go down there and grab probably 3 or 4 cans of pinto beans, chop up the ham that I have left up over here, throw a couple of packages of ham seasoning into the pot, and probably, I don't know, 6, 8 cups of water. And I'm going to make some, and a couple of onions chopped up. I'm going to make me some pinto bean soup. That sounds good. Potted meat taquitos. There you go. Hey, potted meat sushi. Vienna sausages sushi. Um, that's cool. I had to run to Harbor Freight yesterday. I picked up a 5 foot by 7 foot gray tarp. Our garage attic door up there, it um it swings in, and it's not a conventional door. It doesn't have a threshold, like your regular door has. Um, and when it rains, the rain hits the door, runs down, runs on the threshold, and then runs in and onto the garage floor, and then the attic upstairs, and then it leaks into the garage. So I bought a tarp to cover that door on the outside this summer till I can get a new door built for it and a threshold to keep that from leaking. The roofers are supposed to be here tomorrow, and I'm going to have a talk with him because we're putting a black roof on the house, but they put a white rubber roof on the house. And I don't understand why you'd put a white rubber roof on the house when you're putting a black steel roof on the other parts of the house. And there's a couple of spots that the roof does not look like it was sealed down properly. So it's going to have to be looked at and addressed. Raining like hell here. You would think they'd cover that load up, wouldn't you? Yeah. Get one of them camouflage tarps. Well, if they bought the blue tarps, they'd blend right into the ocean. Yeah, throw some fishing poles on it. Make it a fishing boat. Yeah. Well, um, we've been trying to get a new roof on this house for over a year, and I finally got the financing for it and stuff. So um, it's supposed to start. They're supposed to start tomorrow. So, and the guy that runs the company will be here, and we're going to talk about the rubber roof. I mean, it's not leaking, but there's a couple spots where it does not look like it was put in correctly. I don't know if they would. Yeah, just think if it was cold here, we'd be getting all that stuff that New York and Massachusetts and all them other people got. But the way it looks, and I ain't for sure, but if the weather keeps warming up, um, that all that snow they got's probably gonna melt by tomorrow afternoon, day after. Yeah. Insurance claim, there you go. Yeah. If she joined the Coast Guard, she could have been called a puddle jumper. She'll be a sailor. Now it's 40. Well, you guys need some of this good weather too there, Junkyard. Well, isn't that nice, Greg? So you know it's coming this way too. Never had steak or lobster in basic. I tell you what we did have. We had chili mac for every meal damn near for 6 weeks. That'll get you excited. Never had to work so damn hard in my life to get a piece of candy out of a wrapper. Pennsylvania. Hmm. Um, I watched St. Nicholas of Bethlehem today. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That was a good movie. It's supposed to be a true story. I watched that on Angel. If you guys haven't got Angel, I don't know what it is now. I think it's $9.99 if you sign up now a month. And it's a good app. It has a lot of family movies on it. That movie David, the cartoon that's in the cinemas now, that was an Angel production, and it would be an Angel Guild member. You can see they give you 2 free tickets to every time they bring out a movie in the cinemas. So. Well, I wouldn't have much luck up here if I didn't pay for TV, because you would get Channel 10 out of Lansing, which means you could watch paint dry, or you could watch paint dry. And you might be able to get Channel 11 and Channel 13 out of Toledo, which you could, listen to how good Joe Biden is on both of them. Love you too, Kevin. Must be out harassing. It is a good movie. I've seen the trailer of it. I was going to take the girls to it the other day, and it's already out of our cinema, so. But it does look like it's a good movie. It's a cartoon and animated, the story of David. I've watched The Last Rodeo. I watched The Last Rodeo, The Rookie, Mine Forever. That was a good movie. About a guy and a woman that had grown old together, and she got dementia, Alzheimer's. So he wanted to build her a house that she could live in and get along with, a single-story house. So he started building it on his land. He had 500 acres. And the county come there and kept trying to tell him he couldn't build it because he didn't get a proper permit or blueprints or anything like that. And he said, I don't need blueprints. I know what I want to build. So, you might watch commercials tonight, yeah. So, but it was a good movie. And it was awesome. Most of the movies that Angel has on there are true stories. Most of them. I don't know. I'm still waiting for Street Outlaw to get on Discovery Plus. I mean, they were on the Discovery Channel. I don't know why they ain't on Discovery Plus for this last season. And I don't even know what happened to it because it just started and only ran for like 4 or 5 weeks and it was over with. So, and Gold Rush wasn't on this weekend on Discovery Plus. I don't think it was on Discovery. And they had to take the weekend off because it was Christmas or something. I don't know. Even though it was filmed months ago. You know, yeah, you know how they'll end. Yeah. Usually, Kathy and I, we watch the Food Network at night while we go to bed. We usually make it through one episode of something before we fall asleep. Probably didn't get the memo. Kathy, she went to the store today. She come into the bedroom. She said, "Well, I'm going to the car wash right now." So, "What are you going to the car wash for?" She said, "Because it's raining so hard. I'm going to the car wash before I get to the car." I said, "Well, you might want to unlock the door before you even walk out of the house in." It's been raining a pretty good click here. You have a good night too, Dan. Love you too. Kathy took the tree down today because we've been having to block the living room off at night so Spirit don't attack the tree at night. Instead of putting her in her cage, because you put her in her cage every night, you go to get her out and she is, I don't know, she's cold. Her ears are cold, her feet are cold, everything is cold on her. And she shouldn't be because, she's in here with her feet and there's a blanket in there for her to curl up with. But she's cold, so. And Kathy and I believe that Spirit actually is partially blind. So I'm gonna see if I can find something real quick. Okay. See that right there? That is a cat that we used to have. His name was Snickers. Um, he's no longer with us. But I sent that picture to Pet Paw's calendar. And they sent me an email the other day stating that they would like to put Snickers in their calendar. And he made the October 26th calendar. I thought that was pretty neat. I wanted to do a picture of um, Spirit, but I couldn't get her to stop so I could take a picture of her. You don't get the Snickers? Yeah. No animals in that house but you? Well, the reason why I called him Snickers, maybe a zero bar, yeah. That honest to God, that's the only cat I've ever paid for. I give $50 for that cat. He was registered and he was papered, but they fixed him. So why would you register and paper a cat if you're going to fix him? And they fixed him. But I give $50 for him as a gift to Kathy. Now, that cat, as white as he was, he had a couple little brown spots on him. But the way, when I first picked him up, it sounded like he was laughing at me or snickering. That's why I call him Snickers. But we had a white, I got pictures here someplace, I got to find them. But we had a white Christmas tree right here. And we were yelling all over the place for the cat, couldn't find him. And then I'm looking at the Christmas tree, and all of a sudden I see two eyes open up in this white Christmas tree. He's like 3.5 or 4 feet off the ground in the branches looking at us. But he'd been sleeping up there, and you couldn't see him in the tree. So, suffering fuckatash. If I can get a picture of Spirit, I might put her in another. There's a couple other ones that are looking for calendars. So, yeah. What'd you tell him? I'd be damned if I kiss a cat on the lips. I actually think Spirit's got bad eyes. If you got a piece of ham or bacon or something like that, and she can see she can see it in your hands and stuff. You drop it and on the floor to her, and she has to look for it. You have to point it out to her, or pick it back up and show it to her, and then set it down on the floor. And then I think her eyes are bad. Her smile is not bad. Yeah, a chameleon cat hiding in the tree. You're right. Come on, get up here, pumpkin. Get up here. Yeah, pretty girl. There you go. Lay down. Come on. Lay down. Lay down. Okay, don't lay down. $1,000 cat, you're right. Hey, tell your shoes. Yo, snug up under you. Hi, Jenny. Anyways, Snickers was a rag doll. That's what they call the breed. Just ran around here. Yeah. Oh, yeah?
No.
Yeah. Come on. Get up here. Sit down. Well, I do keep her litter clean. So it doesn't smell like cat doo-doo in here. You say hi to Tanny? You say hi, Tanny? Yeah. I wouldn't take $1,000,000 for her, but I wouldn't give a nickel for another one like her. Tanny said, hi, Spirit. I know. It gets me out being there in my recliner watching TV or on the phone looking at, Facebook or something on the phone, and she'll come right up and run right up me and hit me right in the face with her head. And like, hey, look at me. Drop everything what you're doing and pay attention to me. And that's all that counts. I got 3 or 4 strays running around here. And I'm telling you right now, there's a black one out there. That thing looks like a bear when it's walking down the street. It waddles. And the fur is so long on it, it's pathetic. There's a big orange one, a black and white one, and then another gray one like her. And I don't know where they stay, but they run through my yard every day. They set both of my rings off. The orange one usually sets the front one off because he's from across the street. And she goes absolutely ape shit if there's a park bench right here by the patio door. And the strays will get up on that park bench and they'll put their paws on the top board of the bench and try looking through the sweaty curtain right there. And it just drives her nuts. Between 20 and 25 feet. I didn't know. It just seems like she has a hard time seeing stuff that's, put in front of her. She's a good cat. She gives Kyler and the grandkids hell, but I think she's just playing because they're young and she's young. And that's how it is when she gets on my chest in the bedroom while I'm watching TV, just like this. Yeah, I seen that too. Just before I was looking at or getting the chat up here, I seen that they had Snowmageddon. Well, we don't have any mice here in the house, so I don't know if that's because we don't have any mice or she keeps them out of here. But the old refrigerator we had didn't have the kick plate underneath it, and she would reach in and she'd grab the water tray out from underneath it every day, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 times a day. And you always have to go back here and push it in with your foot. Well, this new refrigerator, the kick plate's there, and she can't get it out. She can't figure out where the kick plate went because she doesn't realize it's a new refrigerator. Yeah, I like watching idiot drivers too. They're so fun to watch. Are you comfortable, I hope? Well, you can hear it raining now, can't you? Cat radar. There you go. Yeah. Well, you take a cat into the grocery store, you get her by the tail, start swinging around. You're just doing a cat scan. Hmm. Now what we need is a good freeze and 50-mile-an-hour winds. That way the snow sticks. Yep, right. Top cat. Oh. Well, hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. Hopefully everybody was safe for Christmas. Corned beef hash. That sounds good. It does keep the crime indoors. When it's wintertime here, crime drops probably 50%, 50, 60%. Because most of them people that commit the crime are hibernating for the winter. They do the majority of their thieving and crime during the summer where they can make more money. I'm glad you had a good Christmas. Let's see. Had all but three of the grandkids at Christmas dinner. And then the second oldest granddaughter, she come here Friday. Or was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. And yeah. And she get, I'll show it to you tomorrow. I got a coffee cup that says anybody can be a dad, but somebody special will be a papa. Something to that effect. Well, I'm glad, Greg. I'm glad you got your cutting torch all figured out and working again. I'm looking for a deal on a cutting torch. I give one away to my son-in-law, but I'm looking for a deal on a cutting torch. Either that or a plasma cutter. Ended up with two of them. That's good. I got an Arc Captain 140 amp 110 stick welder. My son said, "Did you check it out yet? Did you look at it?" I said, "Nope, still in the box. I ain't gonna touch it till I take it out there and need to use it. If I take it out of the box, I will drop it for sure, or I will scratch it or break it or whatever before I get to use it." Anyways, while I was at Harbor Freight the other day, I bought some wire in connectors and butt connectors and slip joints and stuff like that. Then they had their wire strippers, $9.99 for $2.99. Well, I bought a pair of them, and then I bought a pair of extensions that go on your drill for sockets. I have 2 or 3 sets of them, but I can't never find them when I want them. So I bought another set. They were only like $5 or something like that. I should have bought 2 or 3 of them and just threw them in the toolboxes so I knew I would have. It's sort of like a 10 millimeter socket. I probably got 30 or 40 of them someplace, but finding one is another thing. I had years ago, my dad had a stick welder that his dad had, and I bet that thing was from the 30s, if not earlier. It was humongous. It was on steel wheels. It had a big handle on the top so you could crank the amperage. Oh, pumpkin. Yeah. Good girl. $40. I know. I should have bought some, but I didn't. Oh. Well, yeah, you can make a stick welder out of a battery and a couple of jumper cables. For me, yeah. I've had probably 5 110 welders, stick welders. And then last summer I bought 2 wire welders, 110s, at an auction. They both work pretty good. One I give $35 for, and it come with a auto shade helmet, and the other one I give $10 for. And I bought a helmet for $1. But that's what I welded the trailer up with. But just I like them. They're good for small stuff, but they just don't weld. Even the small stuff, they don't weld that great. A stick welder, I think, does a better job. I've had 110 stick welders that were only 60 or 80 amp welded better than the wire welders did. Okay, Pumpkin. Am I not holding you right or something? So it's going to be interesting to see how this art captain works. It was less than $100 on Amazon. I know. I couldn't begin to tell you all the stuff I got stashed around. I got a chipper shredder at another guy's house. He's going to have my saw over there, my concrete saw. I have him work on that. I'm looking right now at a golf cart that needs to have the engine rebuilt. And I want a golf cart. I had one, but it was electric. I want a gas one, actually. AC/DC, yeah. I don't know. My dad was a fantastic welder. Welded all his life. In fact, when the reason why your wire welders have the trigger on the bottom on your index finger is they brought a welder to where my dad worked. And it was an experimental welder. And they wanted to see what people thought of it, so they left it there for a month. And my dad was using it. He loved it. Well, the guy come back, and they wanted to know how they liked the welder. And it was actually a Miller welder at the time. Wanted to know how he liked it. And my dad said it was great. The only thing wrong is where you guys put the trigger. He said, you didn't like the thumb control? He said, no. He said, in fact, my dad took it apart, the gun, and he made it a finger trigger. And that's how it started, I guess. That was probably, I think it was before I was born, over 60 years ago, or close to it. You want a TIG welder? I thought about that too, but I don't think I have the control in my hands to do TIG welding. You gotta be pretty steady with both hands at the same time. You're right, not by the book. Oh. So, people, I will see you tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, if you're so inclined to join me. I don't know if I'll have the beard off by then or if I'll take it off tomorrow afternoon or whatever, but Santa Claus will be leaving the building. Um, right now, it's at the point where it doesn't bother me now. But 2 or 3 weeks ago, for a month before that, it was bothering me. It was actually getting to the point where it felt like it was just dragging my skin down. So I need a weed whacker. You're right. Here comes the rain again. All right, everybody. Have a blessed day and take care. We will see you tomorrow morning. Good night, all.